I do not think that Vivica Fox is an ugly woman. However, this looks normal. Besides all the both, she looks like a normal 50-plus-year-old black woman. The BBLs.
Glorilla used to be broke while residing in Memphis. She looked like this before she gained notoriety and money. From now on here.
So if you haven't been paying attention, this picture of Glorilla has been going viral on the internet because she looks completely unrecognizable. People are comparing.
Now she got an NBA boyfriend, Brandon Ingram, and all is well. But now people are investigating. Like, why does Glorilla look so different? It all started when Glorilla had this particular rhinoplasty surgery a few months ago.
And y'all, we could tell that she got a nose job. And she came out and said, Andy, baby, we already knew. You didn't have to tell us. And it's, when I tell y'all the nose is so ugly, it is, y'all, it's like this.
Ooh, I mean, damn, you can't please everybody. But hold on again. Some people think that she looks completely fine. Now, I want to deal with this unrecognizable part because Glorilla has, in my honest opinion, a majority female audience. I would assume a black female audience. And of course, she was already lighter skinned and now she has, some work done. But the question is, who is she trying to look good for? I mean, she already has Brandon Ingram. She has a large female audience. So what is the pressure of, this surgery? Because right now she looks, I would say, really updated and completely different than before. And that's for right now while she is still young. But again, the person said that, hey, she could become unrecognizable. And we've already seen somebody have such an experience.
I do not think that Vivica Fox is an ugly woman. However, this looks normal. Besides all the Botox, and they put too much Botox in the forehead, so it's spreading the forehead, because what it does is stretches your skin out when you do Botox, and when it dissolves, your skin gets thick. It's kind of like losing weight and gaining weight and losing weight, and the skin starts sagging, so they put more Botox in so the face gets bigger and bigger.
And even though Vivica A. Fox didn't get a rhinoplasty surgery, to my knowledge, she did get some things done. One was a Botox injection, and then we also saw the BBL. Now, Vivica A. Fox has always been very, very beautiful, but then something happened with the Botox.
She looks like a normal 50-plus-year-old black woman. The BBL's a little off. It don't match the legs, but pause. Who is that? Who the is that?
Vivica A. Fox was so ashamed of what she looked like, she actually went to AI to change her appearance. And it got so bad that people started making fun of Vivica A. Fox.
What's going on? What's going on, Vivica? What is this? They say you looking like Tyler Perry out there, babe.
Now, this is what I want to talk about because obviously Glorilla has this particular change and this dramatic new appearance. Well, let's look at what we are telling women in the industry, or black women. Ultimately, you're telling these women that in order for you to look beautiful, regardless of if you're light skinned or dark skinned, you must undergo significant facial features. We have seen this with a bunch of artists, Meg Thee Stallion. We've seen it with Nicki Minaj. We've seen it with Cardi B. And now we're seeing it with Glorilla. Now, at first it would be a colorism argument, but we've seen that all of these four women with different skin tones are from different parts of the black diaspora, and they're changing their jawline. They have adjustments to their eye areas. They have nose jobs or BBLs. All of these women are transforming their looks. Of course, this happens with non-blacks too, but in the black community, this is what we're telling women, that if you want to be accepted, what you look like now is not enough. And then, of course, you pay this severe price because as you get older and you have to keep getting these Botox injections, same thing has happened also with Lala Anthony, other people.
Black men always resort to attacking black women's hair in an argument. People argue in life, it's a normal thing. On social media, why are they so quick to attack a black woman's hair by saying, oh, where's your real hair? Or, oh, you're wearing a wig or a frontal installation, whatever. You would think out of anyone, they would understand it the most because they grew up with mums or maybe sisters as well. But no, anytime they're on the back foot, it's straight to the hair. They're dissing their own women.
Made a post about how black women are upholding this whole texturism thing in the black community, how we're the only ones complaining about certain textures, we're the only ones complaining about, not being able to manage our hair. Why are black women commenting talking about, oh, it's black men fault? What the fuck do black men got to do with the fact that you don't like your hair? Mind you, as a black woman, I have never met a black man who did not like natural hair. But for those of you who have, I offer, what the kind of do y'all even be around?
Hey, Mass Cosmetic Incomes. The reason I'm using the natural hair argument because I want to use it in relation to women and their modifications. And while I am aware that not every woman will follow Glorilla's lead, others may find her attractive and use this as a motivation. In actuality, a black guy lover won't pick you only because you have a BBL. Because you're following Glorilla's lead, he won't pick you. You underwent a rhinoplasty, among other procedures. In actuality, I've never really seen it improve women's access to these cosmetic procedures. Let's take a peek at Cardi B. She has received all of these items. And what does Cardi B gain from it? To be Stefan Diggs' side lady. Whoa. In Nicki Minaj's case, the jailbird Kenneth Petty is involved. Whoa. We're not sure what Glorilla will become because she's still writing a chapter. However, the truth is that focusing on all of these aspects, your external appearance indicates that these ladies are more preoccupied with this than with what matters to the majority of people, which is your personal identity. It turns out that Cardi B's BBL wasn't what initially made her famous. It wasn't an operation. People enjoyed listening to her talk on Instagram. She had a sense of humor. She was able to relate to individuals. You now hear it when you visit her Twitter accounts. The same is true of Nicki Minaj. You hear that now. They are the reason why people adore them. The same is true of Glorilla. You can relate to her. Additionally, it's great for women to be attractive in the dating market, but there was nothing wrong with Glorilla in the first place. And the reason I want to discuss this is that a lot of black guys are denigrated because you don't like black women in their own unique style. And additionally, when black men discuss weave, BBLs, or rhinoplasty procedures, all of which they claim to dislike, women nonetheless undergo these procedures. And furthermore, there's no real accountability for why some of these sisters pursue this, or at least put pressure on their own female musicians to do so. Because Megan Thee Stallion isn't doing that to impress certain men. She's not doing it to impress males, in my opinion. Once again, though, these women will be the new benchmark for beauty. I'm not sure if you would call them role models for the next generation of ladies, but many of these black men will continue to date, out, okay? And they would also date someone who naturally resembles what these women are attempting to become when they go out. Wow. And the frightening thing will be that when you can go out and find a lady who is not genetically altered, why would a man date a woman who is going to be so altered? And furthermore, we're not attempting to imply that every woman will experience these procedures. However, once again, women are risking their lives to go through procedures when being a great woman is the true process. Being as wonderful as you can is the true process. The actual process is to just remember to take care of yourself. Go to the gym. And as long as you put yourself out there, the man will like you for who you are. All right? Because you have a BBL, no one will offer you more or less business. But having a BBL won't make a guy like you any less or more. You have a rhinoplasty procedure, I guess. You won't make more or fewer buddies because you are attracting people in the traditional way. They will be attracted to you. And additionally, there is a very significant proverb. The more things change, the more they stay the same. And AI has arrived. The world is filled with so much activity, but it's